Hello, all you beautiful people in Webtown, and welcome back to Crypto Comics. I can't believe I'm about to say it, but it is time. It is already time for Rob Liefeld Appreciation Week. Now, if you are one of the Crypto Knights who has been here for quite some time, you already know Crypto Comics is the place, the creator, the innovator of Rob Liefeld Appreciation Week, Rob Liefeld Appreciation Month, and Rob Liefeld Appreciation Season. The only thing we haven't done is Rob Liefeld Appreciation Day and Rob Liefeld Appreciation Year. But it's coming. 2023, baby. Rob Liefeld Appreciation Year might be coming. I do think I have enough Liefeld-related content that we could do that and drive the internet insane. And as all my Crypto Knights know, the truth is the only reason Rob Liefeld is even doing stuff on YouTube is because he saw the love that Crypto Comics had for everything he's done in his career, and the love all of you have in your hearts for Rob. And that's why, right now, we are going to get into Rob Liefeld Appreciation Week, beginning October 3rd, each and every year on Crypto Comics. Even when I don't do any videos for a year because of quarantine lockdowns ruining everyone's life. But I'm back now, and here we go. Rob Liefeld Appreciation Week, and this is Vogue. This is a mini-series you didn't know existed, because it's a mini-series I didn't know existed. I just found it totally at random. Cannot believe it. It is from the year 1995. How I missed it, I don't know. Written by Brian Witten with Voris. Jim Valentino did do a little help as we went on. Layouts by Marat Mychaels. Pencils by Andy Park. And the first thing we want to talk about, right, is these Liefeld covers. You know, let me just step away. I mean, it's amazing, right? I mean, what more do you want? I don't care where their organs are. I care about like the organs that I can see. Clearly, they're not organs, but I'd play them like an organ. Anyway, let's get into this bad boy, shall we? I'm going to take you through it because I love Rob Liefeld. And he's the creator of Vogue. One of the most indelible Youngblood characters ever. The lovely Vogue. And we're about to learn all about her origin in this bad boy. And go back to Russia. Siberia, a frozen wasteland thousands of miles from civilization. Russian civilization, that is. The newly formed Commonwealth of Independent States. A country once bred for conquest, now has more important priorities. Jobs, breadlines, civil wars. But 5 miles below this frozen world, in a secret storage installation, the democratic government is putting its priorities in order. Once those spheres of high explosives are pried from their plutonium cores, these warheads become merely hazardous ingredients. Good riddance. Do any of you realize the destructive power in this base? If one of these things were to accidentally detonate, we'd be vaporized in seconds. Better to take that risk now than to risk starting World War III. Hey, what the hell is going on? Feels like earthquake. That's impossible. Seismic readings are negative. Whatever it is, it's coming from above. Just so you know, this is all translated from the Russian. The time is now, brothers. Eliminate these running dogs and reclaim our destiny. Consider 'em nailed, pretty boy. Pure ecstasy. Traitors to sink my teeth into. Bones to snap and crumble in my hands. My God, who are these monsters? These pigs are sick. They must be cured. Raw scum. Play dead. Who are these monsters? Kill them, my children. Show these spineless cowards what a real Russian patriot is made of. From this day onward, this country belongs to Red Blood. They are Red Blood. Warfare. Tooth and nail. Blight. Tank. Okay. These are the most highly trained guards in the Russian army. Prepared for almost anything. Willing to take on impossible odds. But they are still just men. And the Red Blood is far more than human. Excellent, my children.
Your attack was swift and deadly, just as we planned. With these weapons of mass destruction in our grasp, we will return Rodina to its former communist glory. If you don't know, Rodina, Russian slang for motherland, Russia. Mark my words, the puppets of the West who pretend to lead our country will tremble like the sheep they are. Tremble and eventually break to my will, the will of General Stroika. Perestroika, perestroika. New York City, midnight, the sky-high corporate headquarters of Vogue Cosmetics. If you don't know, she's not just a fashion model. She's not just killer elite. She's also the owner of her own cosmetic line. It's like she has two personalities. The first is the fun-loving party girl, the model by day, superheroine by night. The blood babe with the silicone chest, the $200 haircut, and a closet full of the latest fashions. The second is the killer, the cold, ruthless assassin who can break a neck with the flick of her wrist, cleave a head from its shoulders with one swipe of her titanium alloy blade, who can take a life without batting an eyelash. Which one is the real Vogue? What drives this beautiful woman with a still heart? The blood doesn't know. And by the blood, they mean the Youngblood. Youngblood doesn't know. Sometimes, not even she knows. But she does know one thing. If she stays away from her business any longer, if she misses one more modeling assignment, forgets one more board meeting, she might not have any business left to. Wait a minute. Something's not right. There's breathing. Tight, tense, coiled breathing. But not hers. Who could it be? Let's find out. Kia! Oh, I love this comic already because it had a Kia. I don't know how the hell you got in here, mister, but you're gonna wish you pick someone else to sneak up on. You don't understand. I understand good guys knock and bad guys get taken down. Hard. Whoa, how'd you move so fast? Niet zasada. Whatever that means. No zasada. They have no zasada. Try the pico de gallo. I've heard of your temper, Nikola Voganova, but I never expected such savagery. Savagery, that's a hard word to say in Russian. But I never expected such savagery from one so beautiful. You're Russian, and that move was textbook KGB. KGB, KGB. If you think you're taking me back, you're dead wrong. Oh, little bitch, my face. Be glad I didn't go for your throat. Vladdy will cut you with his knife. Why isn't he wearing a leather trench coat like most Russians wore in the 90s when they came to America? I don't know, but they all did. I remember them show up in 8th grade, all wearing leather jacket. No, Dmitry was here first. He's in line with us. What? No, you can get to there's chicken burgers for everyone here. Don't worry about it. No, get big or we cut you. Be glad I didn't go for your throat. Or should kill you. But you managed to get through the most expensive security system money can buy. And I have to respect that. You've got 1 minute to talk to me. Convince me not to shove this letter opener into your windpipe and send your corpse back to the bastards who sent you. Your father. I know who killed your father. What? I didn't even know she had a father. Wow. The stunned Vogue allows the Russian to rise to his feet. He takes a deep breath and begins to tell the story. A story about a young woman who was once a hero to the Soviet Union. My father. Your father was a young woman who was once a hero to the Soviet Union? This young woman was a gymnast of incredible ability, almost superhuman in her excellence. She was expected to bring home a gold medal in the '84 Olympic Games, until one day, her life was turned upside down. A single bullet fired into the heart of Professor Andrei Voganova, her father. The young girl witnessed the murder and went into hiding. The young girl's mother knew that the professor had made powerful enemies in the KGB. That's the KGB. And that soon they would come for her daughter. She still had one child left, and so she did the only thing she could do. She said goodbye to little Nikola. After that, the files on young Nikola become sketchy. She resurfaced in the United States and tried to resume her gymnastic career. But she had changed. The innocent, happy-go-lucky Nicola Voganova was dead. In her place was an angry young woman with a pit in her heart. A pit that could only be filled by a live-fast, die-hard life of action, intrigue, and violence. Now, if you keep up with Youngblood, you actually do know that the pit could only be filled by a diehard. Inside Rob Liefeld jokes for all of you Liefeld fans out there. I love it. To this day, that rage remains, does it not, Nicola? And all because of one man. This man. That face! It's him! The man who killed my father! His name is Alexander Stroika. He was in charge of the KGB at the time, and also in charge of a top-secret experiment to create a team of Russian super soldiers to compete with the USA's Youngblood project. Surprise, surprise! When your father found out, they killed him, blah, blah, blah. I go to, well, my homeland can go to hell for all I care. But I'll do it for my father! I like it. The ritual begins again. Cold still against warm flesh. She's gonna get in her suit. She did it, but hold it right there, 'cause here comes Shaft. Jeff Terrell, ladies and gentlemen. I don't need to tell you the hangar bay is restricted, Vogue. I checked the flight computer. No transport requisition order, no takeoff clearance, nothing. Which means you're essentially stealing a $2 billion government-owned transport ship. And the last thing we need right now is the suits in Congress coming down on Youngblood personnel for misappropriation of federally issued equipment. So the question is simple, Vogue. Is whatever you're planning worth a possible fine, expulsion from the Youngblood, and maybe even criminal charges? I'm going to save my father! You have 24 hours to get your butt back here with that ship. Otherwise, it's gonna hit the fan. It's thousands of miles between Washington, D.C. and Moscow. The Youngblood transport makes the trip in less than 4 hours. I'm back, she thinks. This is my home. It's like being pulled through a window in time, and she gazes out on the gilded domes of the palaces, the churches of the former czars, buildings that rise up from within the Kremlin, the old protective walls of the city. Even the air is different here, the air of the past, thick and musty, but sweet, oh so sweet. Can you smell it through the computer screen? I think you can. Air she has not breathed since she was 14 years old. Air that fills her lungs with emotion she hasn't felt in ages. It's also beautiful, but just like I remember, it's strange. Don't move, traitor! Oh, decadent witch, we should shoot her now and save Rodina trouble. If you didn't know, this is also translated from the Russian. No, I am not going to fight you, but you're going to make me fight you, and we're going to fight. You're dead wrong. Get it? Ha ha. Oh, look, I'm beating them all up. I pull out the samurai sword and take care of them. One stroke, 3 men, 3 corpses. Crack-a-boom! 12:36 p.m., Soviet time. A housing project in the heart of the city. Natalia Vaganova sleeps very little these days. The factory where she works is in danger of closing. Creature comforts are few and far between. They have even begun rationing toilet paper. But most of all, she worries about her son, Dmitri. Years ago, she lost one child, and she cannot bear to lose another. But that is just what has happened. How come she doesn't have that crappy wallpaper like all apartments in all Eastern Bloc countries seem to have? That's what I want to know. This isn't really true to life. So much like his father, she thinks. Arrogant, headstrong, all emotion, not thinking about the consequences of his actions. Nothing at all like his sister. His sister. Crack-a-boom! Hello, Mummy? Huda, Nicola, oh, it's so great to see you. I love you. I'm afraid they're going to go back to the old ways. Don't worry. Just hold me close. I'm your daughter. I have to go, though. You're right, you do. Because your brother is missing and you have to find him and save him. I will do it now. No, don't wait. I want to see you more. Goodbye, Mommy. I love you. She drops down from the moon to the ground and then jumps from a skyscraper to a brick wall. The Kremlin, a top-secret sub-basement containing massive amounts of top-secret information. But for members of Youngblood, there are no secrets. I'm here to fight you! Here we go! My God, Chernobyl! Stroika's lab was built directly under the nuclear reactor at Chernobyl! That's how they made all the crazy, no, they don't call them mutants in the Youngblood universe. But I call everything mutants, so I can't think of anything to call them other than mutants. The Chernobyl power plant, site of the worst nuclear accident in history. The explosion occurred in 1986 and released 700,000 units of radioactivity into the atmosphere, 300 times more than the bombing of Hiroshima. Thousands of people were hospitalized for radiation sickness, thousands more exposed to contaminated food and land. The principal victims were Soviet children. To this day, they suffer from elevated rates of leukemia and cancer. Rumor has it that some have even gained strange abilities. Abilities that are not quite human. Eventually, the damaged reactor was sealed, bricked up with cement and cinder blocks. The locals nicknamed it the Mausoleum. The secret files she accessed told Vogue of a hidden entrance to the underground lab, a tunnel protected from the radioactivity by a lead lining. But as she cracks open a phosphorescent flare to light her way, Vogue senses that radioactivity is the least of her problems. For all is not quite dead in the Mausoleum. Boom, 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 boom. Looks like I picked the right place to start looking for clues. The security system is still online. Whoa! Shrek!
Intruder alert, I am a creepy looking robot. Something sort of like a Shadowhawk robot.
I'm going to fight an automated defense droid. Here we go. Fighting, fighting, we're fighting in Russia. Here we're fighting in Russia. Excellent work, Tank, Blight. It seems our famous defector is more resourceful than I thought. She must be very driven to have entered into the lion's den like this. I'll grind her traitorous bones to dust. Snap her pathetic ribs one by one. All in good time, lovely tooth. First, we must question her, see what she knows. Perhaps even subject her to the test. One thing is for sure, however. This woman they call Vogue, she's not leaving Russia alive. Next issue, Stroika's Secrets Revealed. This tells you about the time it was going on, you know. This is an extreme sacrifice. Oh no, excuse me, Extreme Destroyer. This is like right at the tail end, you know, of before Rob left Image, you know, and everything went cattywampus, right? And but we're gonna get into these in more detail actually, because in the year and more than a half, since Crypto Comics disappeared and was quarantined, they locked me in a basement for damn near 2 years. I did manage to make it to the comic shop, where I did have to wear gloves. They were not the purple gloves, believe it or not. And I had to wear a mask. And it's warm in there. And I dug, and I dug, and I dug. Mining, not for bitcoins, but for back issues. And I can say with certainty that we are going to get involved in Operation Night Strike. I got them all. It's a miniseries. A miniseries called New Man. A miniseries called New Force. And I also have the entire lineup of New Men now, even though I kind of ripped on it on the first issue because it felt kind of redundant and was just seemed like you know, just another young youthful team, and you know, like all of Rob's teams, but you know, not enough good writers. Image had a lot of great artists, but not a lot of really great writers, and so but for whatever reason, right? Like I'm at the comic shop and literally there, it's just sitting there as the entire New Men run. I think it's 26 issues, including like the last 4 issues, which
I don't know if you know this, but the last 4 issues of any series are hard to find. And I saw those, and they're very different from, they don't have the Image look at all, and they don't have a Maximum Press look either. And so I'm kind of interested in checking those out with you as we go on here on Crypto Comics, not necessarily as part of Rob Liefeld Appreciation Week, but in the future, you know. Maybe we'll talk later about Image Comics Appreciation Month. That'll be something for next year, you know. They've got a big anniversary coming up. If you didn't know, Image Comics does. Okay. Anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right. We were with issue 2. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so you know we're gonna fight Red Blood. This is Red Blood, the Russian version of Youngblood. This is General Stroika, the leader. And that's Vogue. They're buns. Once again, old dialogue translated from the Russian. Written by Brian Witten. Hey, that rhymes. And Voris. Layouts by Marat, Mychaels. Pencils by Andy Park, whose artwork I like. They're having a big fight in Russia. It's a fight. It's a fight. It's a fight in Russia. Russia. More fighting. And now, you know, great. Perfect. I like it. I like this. Vogue wakes to the chill of cold steel against her skin and a body aching from every pore. Then she remembers where she is. What have you done to me, Stroika? What is this machine I'm strapped to? They have a GD in here. And Crypto doesn't read the GDs or the JCs, and those usually aren't in Image Comics. I'm surprised to find that, and there's a few of these in this comic, and I don't appreciate it. A bit of a change from what you're used to, eh, Vogue? Quite different from a Paris runway or a New York photo shoot. When I get out of here, I'm gonna break your neck. You must still be dreaming, little Nicola. Those bonds are a solid titanium beryllium compound. Impossible to break. You are surprised? Did you think a former head of the KGB would not know your true identity? The daughter of the esteemed Professor Andre Voganova? The man you murdered before my eyes! Did I? You must forgive me. But when you're eliminated as many men as I, you tend to forget the circumstances of each one. I do remember that your father was a brilliant scientist, but was unwilling to make the sacrifices that had to be made to ensure Project Red Blood's success. We went through the medical records of the entire Soviet population, picking those whose genetic structure showed signs of superhuman potential, then subjected them to the test. A genetic enhancement device powered by the very nuclear core of Chernobyl itself. Most subjects died before the machine could be perfected, of course. That is, until that fateful day when the gene enhancer overloaded, sending radiation into the air. It was the worst nuclear accident in recorded history. Our weak-willed leaders in Moscow shut down the project and blamed a leak in the reactor. I was court-martialed and sent to a gulag for life, while the decadent Americans continued to breed more and more superheroes, Youngbloods. And my father tried to stop you. That's why you killed him. Yes. And now his lovely daughter is carrying on the family tradition, which is why I'm going to kill you. If you will not become one of my soldiers, didn't see that coming, you have to turn into a bad girl. I'm not going to do it. You see, after Chernobyl, it was much easier to find young Russians with mutated genes that could be amplified into tremendous power with my gene enhancer, unfortunately. If you fail the test, you die! Ah! I like that panel. That's good. Vogue stiffens her eyes, rolls her body, goes into convulsions, and she goes limp. Her vital signs have dropped below basal metabolic rate. She's dead. Pity! She would have made an excellent member of my team. Let's go! It's time to fight! The dawn of Red Blood! Beep, 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 beep.
Beep beep. Oh, alive. Still alive. These bones, too strong, never be able to break. No, can't think like this. Not now. Have to concentrate. It's impossible. There's no chance. But I have to stop Stroika, my father, Chernobyl. God knows how many more people he'll kill if I don't break. Free courage. Well, I feel strange for some reason. I can't believe I actually broke those. Wait a minute. Stroika said those bones were made of titanium and beryllium. But it's impossible. No human being could trash that machine unless it's got to be the gene enhancer. It didn't kill me, so it must have worked. I feel amazing. I'm stronger. All my wounds, bruises, all the pain is gone. I feel like I could wham! Get beat up more. You could die, traitor. Die at the hands of warfare. Damn it! If another one of you superpower fanatics hits me from behind or calls me a traitor again, I'm going to. Oh my god. The Almighty can't help you now, defector. My general wanted me to dispose of your corpse. But now I get to make you a corpse instead. Listen, Warfare, Dmitri, don't you recognize me? It's me, Nicola, your sister. What? This is why our brother's missing? No way. I don't know how you've learned my name, Pale Witch, but know you this. My sister is dead. Shrek. This is a mistake, little brother. I don't know what Stroika has told you, but he's a madman bent on starting World War III. I don't want to fight. Listen to me. I'm going to fight you and kick you and punch you. Oh, what have I done? Oh, I don't know my own strength. Ha ha, vrane. It means lies. I don't know my own strength anymore. If I've hurt him, Mom will lies. Crack a choom. Barack Obama shows up with his choom gang. Choom. All lies. Crazy super bitch. I didn't really want to kill her with my nuclear punch, but she kept messing with my mind. My sister died years ago, alongside my father. General Stroika is my father now. He showed me how to harness my mutant abilities, taught me the importance of power. It's the only way to return our country to its former greatness. No more chaos, no more unemployment. Russia must reunite under one leader. A leader who is not afraid to make sacrifices for the greater good. A leader who... What? It's impossible! You alls were a confused, hot-headed pain in the ass, Dmitri. Stroika has taken advantage of that, but it's not too late. Look at me, Dmitri. Warfare, look at me. Tell me you don't recognize my eyes. The eyes of your family. The eyes of your sister. You're trying to confuse me. I'm going to fight you. Wrong! Stroika is a murderer! I was there the day our father was killed. I saw the man who put a bullet in his heart. And it was your beloved General Stroika. Do you hear me? It was Stroika. No, it's not true. Please, look at me, Dimi. See the truth in my eyes. No! The earth around Chernobyl shakes. Nuclear lightning erupts into the night sky, as though a 10 megaton warhead had been detonated. Dimi. Only one person ever called me Dimi. Why'd you say that name? Why'd you say that name? Why'd you say that name? The nuclear firestorm dissipates. Warfare stands, drained of power, stunned. Nicola, is it really you? She has survived a barrage of pure nuclear fire, which should have seared the flesh from her bones and charred those bones to ash. Forgive me, my sister. Please. Forgive me. It's okay, Dmitri. You're not the first person Stroika has deceived. But now, we must be strong. It is time to turn the tables. We must find General Stroika and show him, once and for all, the true meaning. The next gen is here with Bloodpool #1 by Joe Duffy and Patrick Lee. Okay, I liked the art in this a bit. I have reviewed this. I think there's 2 Bloodpool videos. And no. War Child. We've reviewed the first issue of that glory. Also, I believe the first issue Prophet, the first issue, yes. Newman, the first issue, yes. We have had some hate that came about in Rob Liefeld Appreciation Season. I believe there was a blue background. I think I did a blue background to signify that it was a special event. This, the Alliance, I'm not aware of this at all. From Extreme Studios? No clue what this is. Which is weird, because I usually know everything. Evangeline #1, Deadly Sins, or Evangeline. Don't give me a hard time, okay? Youngblood, we, talk about a place where we talk about Youngblood right here. Uh-oh, this is coming up. This is going to come up. I got it all. I got the Battlestar Galactica. I got the Battlestar Galactica Starbuck. Only the stuff with the Rob Liefeld covers, though, because you know how I like to rock it. Rob Liefeld Appreciation Month. I think these are like vapor toys. I don't think these ever actually existed. I'm not sure. You've never seen anyone talk about these. I've never seen them in any comic store like being sold like other retro toys. Yeah, I think they're vapor toys. They only existed in this image, and this is just the concepts, and it never actually went through. It's a guess. So, yeah, there we have Vogue miniseries. And here's the thing, right? Is, she reunites with her brother, which is totally awesome. But in order to find out what really happens here, you got to have this issue #3. Yeah. You got to have this issue #3. Some fun stuff's going on in here. You can check that out. You can find it online. Maybe mycomicshop.com. Why don't they sponsor Crypto Comics? I don't know. Probably because they don't know about Crypto Comics. You should tell them. You should order these and tell them you heard about it on Crypto Comics, because he always talks about mycomicshop.com. So this is a great way for us to have started Rob Liefeld Appreciation Week here on Crypto Comics. And we're going to come back tomorrow with another Rob Liefeld-based comic book. A look at a second Youngblood character, and I think you're going to enjoy it because it also involves the Marvel Universe. So, Spider-Man fans, Rob Liefeld fans, stay tuned right here on Crypto Comics.